Jobless.
I don't even understand this episode.
This episode is epic.
It's weird.
Because, yes, Pamela Wahidi, because, you know, we are from mainland, Ipa Island people. So, this episode is.
Hey, me, what's mainland? Me, I'm not from mainland.
Oh, not at all.
I'm the mainland boy now. Don't be the same as me and you, bro.
That was what things are passing, what things have become new. You people left me in it, bro. Let me tell you something about this man, just please. I say, jobless. Because I Jaja did it. Let me, you people don't know this man, no. When I was younger, very, very young, you know, I was in secondary school then. They used to go for one party called tp2.com party. They go find a carry bus, go there. I'm not matured enough to be there. Full party. Now they find host. You see that this life is stuff like that. Everything we have been known for music, for anything hip hop. This man, because that time our house and a music house.
I want to talk about something.
No, so now they will go start the topic.
Yeah. Those days, when we're in the room making all those music, and you sit in one corner and just, what exactly are you doing?
I was like, no, I'm respectful, but I was like, if I go and say something now, they can say I should go out. But I was like, man, look how, because actually, remember I belonged to one juju band back then. So I was always, but you know, always seeing people come. There was this guy, I've forgotten his name, it was Rap something, like Rap 9
Rap 9.
Yeah. So always come, the guy will sing and rap. I was like, one person will sing and rap. Then I will see Shantero will come to the house. I will see Uncle Mamba will come to the house. I will see Johnny P. I will see so there was the annoying thing was they will sit down and they will make beats, and sometimes they will not even make beats, they will just do a cappella and they will sing. I remember that brother will sing do 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 do. I'm like, one day. I remember the day they shot Jumoke video. And me more. I will never forget. So when they'll bring the CD to the house, I like, one day myself go sing. It was when you guys shot Jumoke video that I made up my mind that no, this juju music is not for me. It's like they even use juju for me in the music. So I wanted to be, you know, I wanted to do something like the way you guys do. I remember when I saw the video of the TP2 party, I saw a guy do rhyme, I saw people singing. I was like, come on, man. I was like, this is me. But I didn't know that was what I wanted to do. I was just observing, watching you guys from a distance, hoping that, okay, I can improve, I can get better. And I started writing my own small songs. Look at where we are today. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, when I heard there's one of your viral videos, I think it was there was one, the very first one, I think it was one of your performances that had all the songs together.
Okay, yeah.
And I remember we used to do one lyrics. You remember lyrics? I was like, sometimes when you see all these kids, sometimes call them studio rats. When you just sit down in the studio and just listen to you, you don't actually have an idea of what's going on in their head. This boy, he said, it's fire. It's fire. There's so many things that we did then. I still see it in many of his acts today. You know? So Kenny. Uncle Benga, G-Bang, everybody, you guys played a major role in making the Kenny Blaq brand what it is today. Because if I was just doing the juju music, trust me now, therefore don't knock me charm. But before juju, you were doing...
Before juju, I was
doing party host.
Yes, I was doing that. Remember that time I used to buy all those... blessed memory. All those books with music. They would draw two-face, but his face alone, that song that would be inside. They would draw blood. I would cram all those songs. And one way used to say, Papa, they call me Papa. Papa, please. This thing happened in New York when I met you. You just have to Papa, now I say because I know Papa. You also say, and this thing I don't make people feel like say they know me. When you say Papa, I say you don't know me. You just hear Jobless call me Papa. So you know, just call me Papa. Oh yeah, calling for me. And everyone we used to even do Fuji in the house, and look at where we are today. We thank God.
It's actually interesting.
Yeah.
So at the point, you know, I left the house.
Yeah.
I went back to the streets. You know,
the street legend.
The street. So what happened in between? How did the Kenny Blaq brand started from that point and got to
ladies? When I started, I was doing this birthday kiddies event, and I'm sure I'll send you a picture. You see that?
I know. I saw them. Yes.
Or where I wore. There's nothing I did not wear. I wore Pinky and I wore Mickey Mouse. I wore Teletubbies. I think I wore almost all the Teletubbies. Tinky Winky, Tipsy, Lala, Po. I wore all of them. Like, I think the last time they allowed me wear Mickey Mouse, they had me wear. Is it Benny? I've been a Benny. That guy with pink. Which is Bunny. Okay. That thing, the heat. So me, I cannot keep myself. They did not make sense for Bunny to pass out in front of children. So I now went to the back to collect fresh air. I don't know who called the children. They all saw Bunny fanning, drinking pure water. Mommy, come and see Danny remove his head. That was the last time they allowed me wear Danny. So my other brother came to the house one time. I was like, Umba! Oh no, she comedy. I said yes. So she, I do comedy. I said yes. So yeah, kill. So they started seeing me wearing this Babasala glasses and I tell me, what this is? What are you doing? I said, start from somewhere. Then along the line, I started hosting weddings and I had to drop the whole costume and started wearing suits. Gradually, people just come to the house and tell my parents, yeah, we go. No, no. My mom used to say, until when my dad was watching performance, when I just say, that is in the family. So that was how I started going from one birthday to another, one wedding to another, and I started going to a place called Muson Center. Now, one thing happened. Muson Center is where the big boys perform. Before you even go to a hotel. Yeah. So people expect me to not go to Muson. People expect me to go to small places and perform, but I see myself going to places where the senior colleagues are. Just see the way they do things, and I fear nobody. Like my son in Otolorin, I like to work different. I like to just do something different. So I went on stage, perform for half of the crowd before the main show starts, and that was how people started giving me platform. Being in car Ibadan, I did a show there, and Alibaba saw me and gave me the platform. And from Alibaba, I went to Alibaba's show. AY saw me. From AY, Okebakasi saw me. So one platform gave birth to another platform, and that was how I became the Kenny Blaq brand of today. And so today, my brothers that we say, "What are you doing?" They were not asking me, "How can we do it?" So it's a platform I'm sharing with it.
So which of those events was the major? I want to know the major break for you. What do you think was the major break?
The major break for me was Calabar Festival 2011. I entered playing for the first time. I don't even know what turbulence was. I can't take off. Like it was it. So when we got to Calabar, I thought I was going to perform in a hall or maybe a garden or a stadium. Hey, stadium! I was to go up before Gordon's. I was to go up. I think it was after Julius Agwan. Like, these are my icons. These are my legends. And before me, they actually stole one guy. Okay. Then, like, if you are not funny, they throw you these balls or something on stage and stuff like that. So like, man. Then one guy came on stage and they said, "Okay, Kenny Blaq, hold on, let this guy go on stage." This guy went on stage and killed the show. His name is Last Prophet. He murdered the show. So they said, "Let's take a musical break." The man who took me, Engineer Sagi, said, "No, it's a comedy show. Let him go. Are you sure he can keep up to this tempo?" And I said, "No." The man said, "Yes." I said, "Well, if you say yes, what am I to say no?" Okay. I went on stage and killed it. Like, you can see the stage fright. I was shaking because everybody, their eyes were on me. I was shaking like, you know myself, right? And I was given 7 minutes. I ended up using 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But people were just saying, go on, because it was a new kind of comedy to them. And that was it. Everybody were just trending me on Facebook and to go. There was no Instagram then. We were trending me on Facebook and to go So I think it was after then I shot the video for the one that had to do with the mixing of songs. Because people were requesting, this song. And from the Calabar Festival, I came back the following year. And from then on, people just started calling me for shows. And that was how I started. So Calabar Festival, yes, Calabar Festival. But the main break that killed everything was at Alibaba January 1st concert. The first one I did in 2015. I think 2015, yeah. That was it.
So at that point, is there any event that you bumped?
Yeah, so events, there was an event that even bombed me. Yeah, so there was an event that even bombed me.
It's a mad experience when you get on stage and let me look at it from music perspective, right? When you get to stage with the mindset of you're going to kill it, and you get there and everybody's just looking at you like you have those experiences.
Sir, it's plenty. KPK.
Which one is unforgettable?
First of all, it was one children party. Let's start from there. I was cracking jokes, and that was the time this Ogbe thing was raining. So I just crack jokes. Children just said, "Oh, it was like they rehearsed it. They rehearsed it to Hello Auto Trouble." What I'm say, Uncle. So I was opportune to God, please, you have to forgive me. I was opportune to tell their leader, not more than 2 years old, if he wants sweet. Said yes. As I'm the MC, took him backstage. I beat that boy. I beat that boy, give him sweet. What happened to you? I felt down good. So I think that one, and there were times where I went on stage to perform and I was cracking the jokes and people were looking at me because it was hard for people it was hard to convince people that this is music comedy. So they are just used to stand up. They are used to music. So bringing both worlds together, we're like, what is he doing? So some people just when they hear me say the first two lines, we don't know him, so stuff like that. And gradually, I started winning their hearts. Then another one I went for. Now this one is not my fault. It's the audience fault. They don't understand. This was happened recently. They don't understand intelligent joke, and it's me too. See, I was supposed to study the crowd and know that in Ibadan you don't crack intelligent joke. Now this was what I said. I did it. It's the truth now. I cannot lie. It's Ibadan I face challenge. Forget that.
My Ibadan people will come for you.
Let them come. I will even go to them. Don't come by here, Jego. How do we go? I did this joke in London. It killed. She made sense. It's supposed to tell me that you should not do. What I did was, I said, it's an intelligent joke that I said, okay, my mom said, Kenny Blaq, do not marry any Igbo girl. I said, no problem. I said, why? She said, Igbo girls, their bride price is subsidy. I said, say, but don't pay too, stuff like that. I said, no problem. But I was dating one girl called Amaka. And Amaka would always tell me, Kenny, I want to go to your house. I want to meet your parents. I said, no, my mom don't want to meet an Igbo girl now until I'm able to convince her that not all Igbo girls are after your will. So I want them to know that you willingly want to be with me and stuff like that. I don't know what happened. My twin sister just called me and said, Kenny, Amaka is in the house and mommy is around. On my way home, I was just thinking now, Pade, let's say, Jesus, maybe tea, because my mom will not touch her, but the words of, So I go to the house, I saw her, the Amaka, eating chicken. I was like, what are you doing in my house? She said, Kenny, you are a spoiled guy. If you don't want to marry me, just tell me. Your mom took care of me. Your mom reception is amazing. Look at her. She gave me tea. She gave me juice. She gave me chicken. I'm eating chicken like this now. But when I saw her eating the chicken, she was not eating. She did not put the chicken on her lap. She put the chicken by her side. I was like, so why are you not eating the chicken beside when you can put it on your lap? I said, she said, my mom said that a girl like me should not eat chicken on the lap. I should put it by my side. She said, I'm a fine chick. I said, stand up. You said, what do you mean? I said, my mom just called you a side chick.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
Even she said, you see the hard that you did? If I had gotten that hard, if I had just gotten that hard, it would have made sense. If I said the joke, they were like, say joke on no. I don't know for God. Kill one side chick. I think, side chick. Also, only me can explain. Side chick, like, okay, now the girl na chick, the chicken by the side is like to bani so you bani go to stage. Understand? So it was crazy, but at the same time I went back home and I was laughing like I had to come back to I just sort of pamola.
But see, let me not use Ibadan as an example. I think comedy, so many people don't even think about it, that comedy is hard.
Comedy is not a day.
Then doing comedy as a business in Nigeria is harder, because to make people laugh, People that are not happy before, now you want to make them laugh. I think that job is kind of underrated. Underrated.
Underrated. Comedy has graduated to the point where you don't just tell a joke, you tell a story. You understand? You're either telling a story, you are dealing with issues. You understand? Comedy has grown from the days of you get one dog, the dog now say. You know, back then people used to say jokes like, I open my fridge, I see 2 cockroach. Sit down. One sit down with him, babe. Call the teller and say, "Now me go chop the rice." You know, people now want to listen to jokes that they can relate with. For example, when I went to London and I said, "What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I just got back from Osaka, London." They were laughing.
Yeah.
Until one of them came to Nigeria and said, "Wait, there's Osaka, London, yeah?" You understand? So people like relatable things. Comedy is hard. Yeah. We're in a country where the country is not even laughing.
Exactly.
You understand? You now want to make people laugh. When you're going to where if you crack a guy and say, "Get one guy," somebody will ask you, "Must he be a guy?" So which tell us which guy. People always say, "Get one guy." So you can be funny and not know how to be a comedian, and you can be a comedian and not be funny. So I know funny guys who are very, very funny, but are not comedians. They cannot even do stand-up.
Yeah, probably this new way of discovery that we are into now. With
social media.
Yeah, with the new social media.
Some people cannot even do social media.
So many of those guys that come from social media, I think 80% of them will bump on stage.
Yeah, not really. I saw a movie that changed my orientation. It's called 2 Minutes of Fame.
Okay.
Before I saw that movie, I was of the opinion that online comedians should not even think of coming on stage because it is not their style.
I've seen few that came on stage
and they killed it. So I was like,
but many of them,
So I was like, no. Until I saw that movie and I was able to understand that there is something that you can do on stage as an online comedian. It is bringing. You cannot come on stage and try to do stand-up. Like my show Oxymoron of Kennyblaq, I try as much as possible to bring the online comedians and show them that they can be on stage doing what they do online. But it has to be with the right director and the right script.
Okay.
You understand? The right director and the right script. Some of these online comedians might be shy enough to they are only comfortable looking at the camera. Or facing a crowd
is a different ballgame, yeah.
Some of them will bomb, they're like, no. They go boko that they will flog them.
Yeah.
And some of we stand-up comedians don't have the power to do online.
Oh.
But one of the things we need each other.
Okay.
The stand-up comedians need the online comedians, because if you want to do a skit to promote your stand-up show, you might need
the online
guys. You understand? So it's just the way it is. We all need each other. The online comedians, the stand-up comedians. We can come together and marry each other.
Do you think it's more easier to break now than back then when you guys started out?
Man, was that when them Lasisi, before the Lasisi came, when them Uluwa Dollars, when they Akpora Kum, they were not too much online comedians. But now, everybody is an influencer. Once you have an iPhone, once you can graduate from Android to iPhone, along with issue skits. It's crazy right now. We are seeing different kind of skits online, and it's abusing the
exactly my point. I wanted to say, do you think this new way of breaking through into that, is it affecting that industry as a business?
Uncle, for the first time, I think that the online comedians should have a meeting. Okay, sorry. My son. I think that the online comedians should have a meeting and decide who is that, because it's crazy. And most of the skits I've been seeing these days, I'm not even storytelling. Everybody just advertising herbal on how to, if you take this one, 2 hours, you are going. These are the skits we are seeing these days. Nobody is really telling stories. I can point out people that are really telling stories. Tao, Lasisi, MC Lively. These guys, they stick to their craft, Mr. Macaroni and stuff like that. Brother Shaggy. These people are doing well. But there are some people that, you can tell that this is what they want to do. Like, they are going to talk about sex.
Don't you think because of the way the world is right now, with the COVID thing and all this bullshit happening around the world, don't you think they are gaining more traction because their market is mainly online and is actually affecting most guys that are like stand up like you?
Nigeria,
you are on, you came in on both ends, so you might be able to scale through. But I'm looking at the old guys now that don't do online at all.
Yeah,
and this is probably. Have you done any show on Zoom or?
So I've done virtual. Hey, there was one virtual I did after 1 hour. They now say you are live.
I don't understand.
And the 1 hour I did, they did not record. They had network issue. So the next 1 hour I did, it was like script. I told them, if you see the 1 hour I did before you guys came on, like it was mad.
It is annoying. Right?
It's annoying, but
there is a connection when you are with your people.
Yes, sir. My daddy, my father will say only a dead person is not subject to change. You know, you cannot feel like because it is because everybody is using iPhone now. You know, say no, I'm going to stick to this one. Or we want to say because everybody is singing the new national anthem, we want to be singing the old one. That kind of thing. So, but the Nigerian audience, we have mood swing. We can like this guy now, and the next minute we can like this guy telling a very good story, and the next minute we are falling for this guy who is just saying raw. Not that this guy is not good, but we just have this mood swing, like this guy, you know, that kind of thing. So it's really hard. It's really hard to balance the kind of people that they appeal to. If I'm the one talking about sex, and I've done some other things, and people did not really give me the vibe that I want, and I now started talking about sex, and I now I start having detraction. My brother, I will stick to that thing that is giving me money. And Dave Chappelle said one time, he said, "Do not come between a man and his meal. Do not come between a man and his money. You know, whatever is making money for you, do it." For when COVID came and we were not able to do shows, it was really hard for me to say I want to start doing virtual events, because with doing virtual events you can be lied to. I have written LOL with a straight face before.
Okay.
I have written LMAO with a straight. I've written laugh won't kill me that, and my face is like this. So you can't really tell who is laughing and who is not. You just be seeing yellow head with pointed this thing. So it's for stand up. It's not. You can't really tell who is really feeling you. But that's the direction the world is going. You understand? So what I thank God for Zoom and stuff like that, we're able to do virtual with some people and see their reaction.
Even at that,
it doesn't. As a comedian, one of the things you try to do is when you're in a place, you study your environment, and you know you feed your energy need to be up for the audience to feel you. Understand? Like you need to. If you want to get them in this space, you cannot be here. You have to be here with it. You have to carry them along. Take them. But on Zoom, in fact, let's just even leave comedy. Have you seen people doing virtual church service? Like, you might not be saying, "Oh Larry, Pastor Sam is preaching." Oh, like, yes, Pastor, and you're cooking noodles. So your phone is in front of you like this now.
There's actually one. There's one. I think is one CNN
there's no
guy.
Yes, so but which one?
The one that was wanking.
Okay, I don't see it.
Awesome. That was wanking on live TV. He didn't know.
He was.
He had his suit on and tie.
So he was not wearing.
There's nothing. He want to have a 2 minutes.
2 minutes before the 2 minutes.
Live. He didn't know he was live already.
You know, where we're even going is people now. Normally, if you're in church, you're in church. If you are worshiping, you are worshiping. So imagine where the choir is singing. And you're in your ballad. I've seen people doing "To worship you, I live." To worship you, I live. Hey, no comment show. To worship you, yes, Pastor. You better mute the song. But when they make that, it's not like they're not connected. So imagine what will happen to a show.
Yes.
Imagine what will happen to a show.
When I was thinking about setting up a podcast like this, some of my friends were telling me, why not just do this Instagram thing that you guys go live, you guys will talk to each other. I'm like, no, the connection is not there. They have conversations, but to me, I like it when, I think it's more real when we are, together. One-on-one together, we can share ideas. But when all this online thing, man,
your internet might be good, and my own internet, as you just say, Kenny Blaq, I'm like, wow. And you say, Kenny Blaq, are you there? Oh, Kenny, Kenny, another time is going.
Yeah,
Kenny, how far?
We lost Kenny.
They'll not say we lost Kenny. I know that. It's not like Nigerian film. Nigerian film, like Yoruba movie, they used to we lost him. They're like,
we lost Kenny.
I tried to go power, but unfortunately, we lost him. So no, it doesn't work, man. Yeah. And people now are they're not judging themselves based on the amount of people that view their story, the amount of people that view their life. You understand? You cannot weigh your fans by that.
Isn't where the world is right now?
Yeah, it's weird. It's crazy. You cannot view your fans by that. We know that things will bounce. See, we're all subject to change. If you do not adapt to what reality has set in to be, you'll be left behind.
So do you actually think this is the new normal?
I think this is the new normal, but we pray that this should not be the full new normal. Because I myself now have started doing, I've created online engagements. I have this show I do called Can't Sleep with Kenny Blaq.
Yes,
for those of us that don't sleep at night, it's an online thing. I have this freestyle something that I do also. It's for online. I'm just trying to create an experience where if I can't come to you, you can't come to me. Let us meet somewhere, because you will just be left behind.
I think with the vaccine thing, hopefully we're going to go back to the way it was, because this cannot be the new one. This one cannot work.
We're in Nigeria. I just said that there's fake vaccine. Imagine Nigeria, somebody will create fake poison also. Understand? So there's fake vaccine in Nigeria. We can't even trust ourselves.
Yeah, but once
if vaccine is available,
one thing I've noticed about Nigerian government is when UK or the US announces something, they tend to follow up. They don't really go into their own data and say what is happening in their own environment. So I think if UK and US open up, they will open up. I hope so, because I'm not saying that the government is right with what I'm saying, but I feel like this is the conversation that we hear. I know. Very good. What's happening in London? Another lockdown. Very good. Another lockdown here too. Hello. What's happening in London? Oh, school resume. Open school here. Oh, they'll send them back. Send them. Hold on. What is that? So I feel like this is what is going on. Funny enough, what you just did is real. This is how these people think. I don't want to go into them, but this is the way things go. Just watch. Once they announce London is shutting down, give it 2 days, 3 days.
Sure.
Your own data now.
London is sharing money. No, we can't do that. we can't do that. We'll pass. Because it's crazy. But truly, COVID is real.
How bad do you think COVID has affected the
COVID has really affected
comedy industry?
Me, I have a story to tell you. See, before COVID, I charge. Like if you call me for Kenny Blaq, are you free? I check my calendar. Now, let me call you. Say hello, sir. That event that you said you needed a comedian, I said and get someone. I've gotten someone. Yes, it's me. When the client calls and say, Kenny Blaq, we know how much you charge for events. We can't pay you this amount. Can you help us and get? Somebody called me one time to do a virtual event and say, Kenny, we're having our event and it's virtual this time and it's a low budget. We can't give you that type of money. Can you recommend any of your boys? I said, no problem. So can your boy come to the studio where we are going to be shooting? I said, no problem. On the day of the show, they saw me. They say, did you come with the boy? I said, I'm the boy. So you don't want to know. See, I have another account I comment for giveaway. I give myself away because it has affected a lot in this industry. Yeah. Like people who ball. Like yes, man, on Instagram now, they are private their account because there's no money anywhere. especially to those who make money per show.
Yeah.
COVID has taught us about investing. COVID has told, before COVID, we all felt like, oh, come on, there's money now when we make money from the show. But another thing that COVID did was a lot of people made money in December. A lot of artists and even myself made money in December, hoping that okay, when January, February came, they felt like, oh, let me invest this money in a project. In 2020, okay. Let me invest this money in a project. I'm sure that before the middle of the year, I should be able to make profit.
Okay, you mean 2019?
2020. They made so much money in December 2019.
Yes, that's all.
Hoping that in 2020 that things would. So a lot of people invested already in projects. Only for COVID to come. The project cannot work. A lot of people plan tours and stuff like that, but invested. I'm sure the video also lost a lot of money because he was supposed to do an American show. And imagine canceling a lot of that.
An American tour. The event planning industry got it really bad.
Yes.
Restaurants, lounges, clubs got really bad. And this government is not even saying anything about incentives or helping people to get out of debt and all that.
The people that are really affected are event planners. Like those that make events happen, live events, weddings suffered. You know how many weddings the government had to come and cancel. If it's in my village, they'll tell you that's a sign that she's not your wife or something.
I think the school teachers too.
Like when school finally resumed, people should just go back to ND1 because nobody will remember anything. Nobody, because it's crazy. School teachers, even security guards. Because when you want to secure a school with students and the students are not coming to school, who do you want to secure? So it's affected a lot, not just comedians, it affected people that you do not think, even cleaners. Because place where people no use. You gotta come there, who will pay you? Drivers. We are on total lockdown, who will drive you?
You know, I was when the whole thing started, my mind was okay, one of those things. Let them shut everything down. In 2 weeks we should be back to normal.
Yeah.
Here we are. Almost a year.
2021 is looking somehow now. Because it's looking somehow now. I don't know. Because I feel like by March, by God's grace, we hope that we should be able to celebrate Easter this year. Because if the vaccines go around, we should, because it's affecting. We don't know depression is real. Depression is really real.
But do you think it's actually worth it? I'm not trying to downplay the virus. So I know the virus is real. I know people are dying. But if we look at the statistics, right? Most people that are dying, even if you look at the statistics, look at the data from Nigerian, right? Is mainly people above the age of 65.
Yeah.
Mainly, right? Yeah. So at the end of the day, I think they should work with we have brilliant people around here. You know, they know what's going on. For some reason, I believe something is working for us in Africa that even we don't really understand fully. But I know there are professionals that understand what's going on. That can tell that, okay, maybe this is not as deadly as we thought it was going to be. Because the prediction was we are going to be seeing dead bodies in the street of Nigeria and everywhere else in Africa. But it didn't turn out to be like that. And the data shows that, see, in this environment, the strain is not as deadly as the one they found somewhere else. You get? So somebody should work with them and make them understand that, okay, if you have underlying condition, if you're old, stay back. Stay back. Don't put yourself out there. Make sure you use your nose mask, take all the necessary measures. But if you're good, healthy, young man, go about your business. I think that is the angle they should take it from. You can go about your business. People this thing is killing people more than the virus itself. The stigma of I can't do anything. I mean, it's insane.
If I'm to come in there, I think one of the things killing people, apart from COVID, is thinking that you have COVID alone will kill you, even if you don't have it.
Because the fear.
You understand? The fear
they put in people's mind.
The reason why you are feeling the way you feel, and I'm not ashamed to say this, is that our government, in a way, we have lost we have lost the trust. We don't know what to believe. Now, they might be doing something right, but if the government is watching this, I just want them to see how Nigerians see them. We see it as, you guys want to do something, but because of the things that you've done, it's hard to believe you when you actually want to do something right. When the numbers started rising, when the numbers started rising in Nigeria, we started seeing numbers. People were saying scam. And we started seeing evidence that these numbers might not be real. When they said, in one place in the north, they have over 100 cases. And somebody is showing a video saying that he is live here at the isolation center and there is nobody there. But there are cases. There was a time they said we discharged over 4,000 people. You understand that kind of thing? It might be real, but they're not giving us enough reasons to trust them. But trust me, COVID is real. See, but we have gotten to the point where now the worst of it all is now the government are saying treat malaria as COVID. Now that alone will kill somebody. They are saying treat malaria as COVID. Once you have malaria, you just feel that you are going to die.
Yeah.
The WHO is not saying treat malaria. I'm not sure they are saying treat malaria as COVID. But we are putting the fear.
Yeah.
If truly this COVID is really that much in Nigeria, I feel that the numbers that they're pushing out is not real. I feel that they should put out the real number. I think the numbers are more than that.
Let's look at it from the UK perspective. I think UK has now passed 100,000 deaths. Wow. Right? The US is way over 100,000.
Yeah.
But you guys are still not in 3,000. At this point, right? All you need to do is bring up your professionals, put them around you, and let's talk round table.
That's what I'm saying.
See what is going on here.
The trust.
Because you cannot compare these numbers to each other. So you cannot handle the situation the same way they are handling it, because we know they got it worse.
A foreigner will ask questions. When you say from so time, do not go out. But from this time to this time, go out.
No, that's even dumb.
COVID will not come out.
I'm sorry to say.
COVID will not come out by 12 to 4.
Yes.
But once it is 4 o'clock, COVID is out. That way you are confusing people. When you say that this place can open, everyone on total lockdown apart from the church. So I trying to say that COVID is not in church. I cannot get COVID in the church. I cannot get COVID. So that thing is confusing. It's making people feel like, are you sure this thing is real? But at the same time, they have our interest in that. They're feeling like, there's a limit to how we can push this thing, because if we go on total lockdown, people will die of hunger. So, boss, there is COVID. It is real. It is real. But I feel like the numbers are also, the numbers are even more than what you are saying. But I think the government don't want us to get to 100,000 before they start making. Now, as at yesterday before we started shooting this, they have cancelled gathering of 50 people indoors.
Yes.
They now said apart from religious places. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yes, very.
You understand? So that will make somebody like you think. Somebody like me also think that, come on, man, these people are playing with our feelings. Are they cashing out? Or is this something? Are they doing something that when they put out the numbers, they will send them? We have this thought in our head, like, what is really going on? You understand? It feels like when you want to, like, feel like, imagine on Christmas Day, everywhere they say that you can't, no gathering and stuff like that. Yeah. So we now are feeling like any small thing they'll punish us with lockdown.
Did you see Elegushi on New Year's Day?
Yeah, I saw that, man. I saw a lot of things happen. Shilofu. So everywhere
it was packed up. You get, and at the end of the day, they are still saying you cannot open business. You cannot. I don't know. I think
I don't know. People should not come for me, but the president signed a bill that if you are not wearing your face mask, you are going to be sentenced to 6 months in in jail. Then I saw a post by Reno Mokri saying that the same president that said that no face mask did not wear face mask when he went to visit some people days after. I don't know how true that story is, but if it's the truth, then our government needs to lead by example. So because it's confusing, we don't really know who to believe. Whether to believe in our thinking that there isn't us to catch cruise, or to really believe that there's COVID.
We know. See,
but until it happens to something, we know that there's COVID. We know, but we know. You're saying that is it what's happening? The restrictions and everything. Okay, I think they've not been able to come down and see how does it work. Who are the people really dying?
Yes.
Oh, from the age of this, what is the high chance of you not getting COVID? And put those things in place and say, okay, these things will not happen. And Nigerians, we have our own problem. It's not just about the government. We have our own problem. Once you know that vitamin C is what is curing COVID like this, we increase the price. Once you know that the zinc we increase the price. That way we are doing more harm than good. You understand? So if I would advise anybody, I would say that COVID is real, and at the same time, ask questions like Jabez is asking if it's worth it. Think of it again. Is it really worth it? Is it worth locking down my business when I can actually compare with the guideline now and stuff? Or is it even worth it?
Now let's now see the after effect of all this lockdown they are doing. Do you know how many depression? People are depressed. A whole lot of people are into domestic violence. So many people are now drunkards that they don't used to drink this much, but because of the thinking and even locking people indoor, what's in their health?
Yes, now what's in their health now? Nigerians, we have common sense. We are strong, and we say we are the giant of Africa. We cannot be called giant of Africa for nothing, because we are strong, you know. But when you cage a giant, you're making him lose value. You're making it lose value. Like you're caging a giant. It's crazy. Like yesterday, I was reading the news of one woman who said she had COVID, and somebody said you won't appreciate how much you breathe until COVID happened to you, until you get COVID and stuff like that. It's a crazy thing happening. People that are suffering more, that will suffer more. Before COVID, when we write proposals to brand, they say they don't have money. Is it now that you want to now write proposals to a company? I see a lot of shows. I see people that used to do a cold pen now. I see us coming back to, small comedy clubs, Muson and stuff like that, because even a cold pen now will not do a cold pen. Because there's no money. There's no money to even now people are now thinking, the world is coming to an end. Am I going to do an event, or I want to build a house? You understand that kind of thing? And this is a result of the things that the government put in line. You cannot do shows, you cannot go out, you cannot do. But you need to put things in measures, because
airport is still open though.
Airport is nobody is going.
And the craziest thing, Oyo State is not locking down. There's no curfew. Ogun State, is there curfew?
No curfew.
Owerri, Abuja, people go from Ibadan and come to Lagos every day. Mix with people there and come back here. Nobody wears.
The question is, how many people are there? How many people are we even testing?
Oh Lord.
How many people are we testing now? The testing. The testing. How many is available? Bro, can you wake up one morning and go and get tested?
Bro, to test is 50,400 naira. How many common men can actually afford to go and do a COVID test for 50,000?
Imagine a conductor.
Yes.
Imagine aluminium. See now, if you like, people are leaving Lagos. So people are feeling like, Ibadan looting Bob. Hey, Abuja is balling. People are not going. People are not going out, because people now look at Lagos. There's nothing happening there. And when they now go there and get the COVID and come back and mingle with you, then you have it. Do you understand? Then you have it. So, like I said before, it is the trust. Then you don't be able to believe in our.
One more problem I have with them is, fine, COVID is real. The governor had it, right? And he made it true. After 14 days, he came out that he's negative. how come nobody is telling us what you guys are doing? How come nobody is educating the people to know that, okay, this thing is real low, but if you do this, you'll be fine. When I heard this is what I use, especially even the celebrities that are coming out and say, this thing is the worst sickness ever. And well, tell us what you use.
Yes, because
let people have an idea of what they are supposed to do.
Sanitizer, face mask, all those things, they are not enough. They are only things that kill the governor. What are the things that you use?
Let me mess you up. Let me fuck you up. You know, there's a new data that shows that even the face mask does not prevent the virus. Have you heard that?
Yes, I saw that.
Check. Let's fact check it. That even is as tiny that apart from the N9, I think that's the one that has the bigger, the surgical one that the doctors use.
Yeah.
But those normal ones, this one. This one does not fucking stop the virus. And this is what everybody uses. Right? So who exactly is giving these people information? Are they not reading? They are not seeing what is going on out there to be sure that, okay. But because they will tell you that this thing does not even stop this virus.
We can talk about this government for days, and we won't come to a place where we need to agree with ourselves, because it's a crazy thing. I think it is a government for the people by the people, so they need to carry the people along. You understand? But I'm not sure we're doing that. I'm not sure we're doing. You know, pick up on money and say Lagos 1,420 people confirmed in one day, and because of the things that happened even before the NSAS protest, because we just people started counting, like say, tonight we'll see live scores, you will see people started predicting. So how do you want those people to believe in you? Say tonight, ladies and gentlemen, tonight by 10, our government, they're going to release this live score, and did I say live score don't come out to 222 confirmed?
Did you see Kenny? Did you see the story of people? Because I've seen several stories of people that went to the hospital and they'll give them positive COVID test. After they do the test, they give them positive, and they'll go to another hospital
and they'll give them negative.
Like, as a matter of fact,
maybe they're negatively positive.
Because some people are actually using it as business.
Yes, now.
You know, well, even they will test you, they'll tell you are positive. Then you go to another place, they'll tell you are negative.
People are cashing out now.
Jesus.
But like I said before, even the market women, they are cashing out. Once they said, vitamin C is increasing. When they said oranges, they increasing. So the doctors, see, we cannot lie to ourselves.
Nigeria has plenty problem. We have plenty problems.
Everything is not the government. It's we ourselves. We do ourselves.
Did you see the Sunday Igbo and the
Herdsmen thing? I'm not a government person, but I feel like if people feel insecure and they feel the need to protect themselves because they feel that the government is not doing enough, then let them protect themselves. People, they are complaining of people killing them, and they feel that the government, the security in Nigeria is not standard.
Of course.
So even who want to protect themselves, the Yorubas want to protect themselves. Call a meeting and make sure that this protection doesn't resort to violence. You know, so it doesn't resort to Yorubas now attacking Igbos, Igbos now attacking Yorubas. What is the reason for these people coming together? Which is Tunde Igbo has explained it times without number. I am not here to Sunday Igbo. Okay. I am not fighting anybody. If you don't fight me, all I'm saying is that stop killing my people. You understand? Stop killing my people. And I don't know if this news is true. Then I said they called a meeting and they said they gave 100 billion or something to the ex. I don't know if that news is true. That they gave money to that peace can reign. So there is 100 million in this country. If the news is true, and Boko Haram is still killing.
Allegedly.
You know that 100 million you don't even to make peace. You know that 100 million you can use it to actually build a place for the cattle, for their ram, for their things to be. Look at America now. Look at places where you wear your sheep, you wear your man, it's crazy, When people want to protect themselves from things that they face because they feel that the government is not hearing them, let them protect themselves.
Sorry, fact check. It's not 100 million, 100 billion.
100 billion, Tony. To who?
So the
X-Men. Just to make peace. It's not money for. Okay, this is 100 billion. Not even somebody else corrected me. Said, not 100 million. 100 billion. Not to go and build a place where you can train your sheep or your goat or anything. It's for compensation. Afana. What is going on? Money that we can use to build a place for them, so that you're not driving in Abuja and you have to press brake because ram they park.
The cows
they pass. No zebra crossing for the cow. They just waka anyhow, that kind of thing. I think we have a long way to go. The government just need to allow us to be able to trust them, to believe in them.
2023.
Yeah, 2023. See, the same people complaining. Oh, we don't like this government. On the day of election, they will be at home. Now, who enter, they will celebrate. So, I think this is the time for us to get our voters card and say that, it is time.
Okay,
but at the same time,
somebody told me something. Somebody told me. He said, even if we get our voters card, right, this PVC card, if all of us will get it, right? He said, at the end of the day, is who wins the primaries we are still going to vote for. Yeah. Right? And now we are getting voters card. But when the primary comes and they give us another Buhari or another Atiku or another Babangida, then the voters card is useless.
Yes.
Because you get, so he thinks the person that I was talking to said he thinks the best option, the best way to go about it is we need to join those two major political parties. And register with APC, register with, play a role, be part of it, so that by the time they are doing primaries, you can actually vote in the primaries, make your nominations of who you want, other than having a PVC, waiting for election day to go and vote for the same people they are going to select for you.
The NSAS protest opened our eyes. The NSAS protest opened
those two parties.
No, but those are the only two parties we have in this country.
Must it be like that?
No, see, there's a foundation. And what the foundation is destroyed.
You're saying something about NSAS protest.
The NSAS protest opened our eyes and showed us that there is power in our voice.
Yes, absolutely.
There is power in our voice. They saw how we were going and they said, wow, there's strength in these people's number. If we can have in that number, get our PVCs, get our voters card, it will help. But the disadvantage is this, like I said about trusting. Even we don't trust ourselves. That's our problem in Nigeria. Even if we bring somebody, even if, as we say that, Diabetes is a good man, he supported us, he's done well, let us support him for governor. We still come and say we don't trust him because when he gets there, he will change. we have that belief that he will change.
Yeah.
Once he sees money, he will change. And even if he doesn't want to change, even if he doesn't want to change, there are people he must bow down to. And those people ahead of him will tell him to change. That is our mentality. So our problem is not even the PVC. It is, who do we trust to do the job? Who do we think can do the job?
Isn't that the reason why they said all of us should join them?
That's what I'm saying. So I think it is time for us to join it. I like what Honorable Shino Pella, Aki Arabi, and others are doing. They're not just going straight to say, I want to become a governor, I want to become a president. They are starting from places. For you to become president, to me, I gotta see how you treated your class when you were a class captain in primary 6. If you just, I feel like what we are seeing now is somebody will look at us, hyper making noise. You are not part of them, but you are making as noise makers. You understand? I need to see, Your local government, what have you done? You understand? And stuff like that. Nobody cannot just come tomorrow and say 2023, vote for me. You were nowhere. We did not see you. You understand? But as a youth, to trust somebody like AY and say, I know AY. They're not AY comedian. No. Like the guy called AY. But even if I want to say AY comedian, I will know AY. I want to trust AY. Oh, I feel that AY should become the next president.
Didn't we trust Desmond?
That's what I'm saying now. So when I say AY go and lead us, now AY gets there and is no longer picking our calls. We don't know if we can trust Abudai to go, or if we can trust Hililo to go, because people are saying, "Oh, Desmond Elliott went there. We supported him, bros. No, at least there's somebody from us there that can speak for us." You saw what happened to Shina Pella when he was trying to speak for us, and they worked him out. So we cannot even trust ourselves. So who do we trust? Sir, 2023 now, who do you think will make Nigeria great again? Who? Okay, let's say we the youth are together now. Who is that one person that we can say this person will speak for the youth?
I think bring Donald Trump.
I swear, the kind who we need this one no radical enough. This is about no radical enough. What radical are you looking for? This one is radical enough. When you know what they say now, what we have old things until we know what we got. When somebody is campaigning for us and telling us I will give you light, how can you be telling us you will give us what you are supposed to give us? I will give you light, I will do the road. So what is now your job? What is now your job? I feel like the person that is going to change Nigeria needs more than 8 years, because you need to first of all clear. See, I think it's the foundation. If the foundation don't bias again, so you need to first of all go and uproot and dig in and see, okay, let me clear before you can now Nigeria is Netflix now film.
We cannot stop. There is no way we can stop discussing about this country. The problems
but we need to stop discussing and start working
from another. Yeah, it's one
we need to stop discussing and start working.
Let's say a new guy now, let's say AY now just come up today now and say, okay, he's starting a new political party, everybody should support him. And
nobody will.
Now, if the political party is called ABC, right, at the end of the day, it's going to take another 10, 15, 20 years
for
ABC to be able to compete with these two parties.
Yes,
because these people, they have the old ends.
If he is not careful, in 2 years, he will change the party to Poo Party. They will threaten his life. They will frustrate you. So it's crazy. Look at Ghana now. In fact, almost every Nigerian wants to be a Ghanaian, because I was in Ghana for like 2 days, and I can tell you that the power supply there is bomb. Now the craziest parties, and I hear that, okay, as a Ghanaian now, you get 3-month visa to America. Uganda people,
3-month visa to America, which means as a Ghanaian you go to American embassy and tell them you want to go for vacation or something in America for 3 months. It's not contested. They don't ask you questions.
According to what I
fact check, please. I would like to be sure if that is real, because if that is real, I know a whole lot of people will leave Ghana, not to talk of Nigeria.
Bro, the day they announced that one in Nigeria. Here,
Nigeria is empty.
We should go empty. We just see the people go Tamil plane. So it's crazy, but we need to be able to trust ourselves. I think our solution is, let us be able to trust ourselves. We have been praying, and I feel like even God is looking at us and saying that you guys are praying. You guys have been praying, but heaven help those who help themselves. So you cannot just be praying that your rent should come and you're not working for the rent. Your land quit notice now cardboard and they go right leave my house. I think it is time for us to, like you said, register in this part. At least let us, even if we fail, let it be known that we did something.
Yeah.
Let it be known that we did something. Even instead of just keeping quiet and having this assumption that it's the same thing that will happen. We need to keep trying. Keep being better, man.
Who do you think Who do you think is coming up next as the new presidential aspirant for the next election? Who do you think is going? Who and who?
Maybe Naira Marley. No, I don't know.
I'll vote for Naira. I will vote for Naira.
Yes, I'll vote for Naira. Imagine Naira Marley now brings $2 the vice president. So Naira and dollar will just Naira and dollar they're not they're not friends. So I don't really know, because I think now it's time for us to observe, to check. Okay, who do I really want to vote for? If I vote for Atiku,
it's still the same thing. It's still the same. It's still the same. It's still the same.
But you just need to check and see. Oh, I know these people. Jokes apart, I've been opportune to meet these people.
Yeah.
You know, take pictures. They like my comedy. They like my craft. So they know that the entertainers are representing Nigeria well. Like, look at the likes of Wizkid and Davido. I'm not sure there's anybody in Africa right now who doesn't know Wizkid and Davido. They are taking the Nigerian name to another level. They are printing us well. Look at what Basketmouth is doing. Look at what AY is doing. Look at what our footballers are doing. They are representing us well. If the Nigerians are trying to put us out there and our government are shaming us, then it means that we are putting out white clothes and people are just pouring palm oil on it.
Yeah, we know. We all know that the problem with this country is leadership. No doubt. Everybody knows it's leadership.
I think the country should go and learn leadership. That we should go and learn. You should go for leadership training.
It's just leadership. It's
just go for a leadership training.
Because the continent itself is so blessed.
Yes, now
we have everything we need, and this country is even extra blessed.
Wow.
But the problem is just leadership. No,
but we will be here. We will still be trying our best to make us laugh. You know, to do the best that we can, because Nigerians are known for something. We are known for. See, depression doesn't really work for us. Nigerians are funny people. They are strong people. They create humor out of everything. A Nigerian person, we rather make a joke out of something that is paining him than cry about it. You understand? So even when Desmond Elliot came out and did what they did, they were people just so everywhere. Even people are catching cruise. So Nigeria is a country for cruise.
How I define it, I say these are people that are so easy to please. Just give them the basics, and they are fine.
That's all.
You know,
just give them
to live. Look at what EndSARS is about.
Yes,
we just want to live.
Just want to
stop killing us. It's as simple as that. You get. Just imagine that. Okay, we just want to have light. Just give them light. And you give us change. We just want good road, good medical system. You know, good healthcare. Then we're fine. You get. But and these people, they go to all these countries. They know how things are being done. Many of them are well learned. And they refuse to do these things because of the system that is in place.
I still come back to the trust. I remember there was a post I saw that they said the WHO a country want to send us money for COVID-19, and Nigeria started commenting, don't give them more, they will not give us more, they will don't give them more, they will not go. We need to trust ourselves. This country when somebody said when like Mohammed said we have what it takes to compete with CNN, it might be right, but Nigerians, because we don't trust our government, as I say government, which country see what we never even see way the CNN so we need to be able to believe in ourselves, but we believe so much in this country. That's why we are really pushing hard. If we do not believe,
only if many wants to deny, but I can tell you for a fact that I know so many Nigerians that lives abroad in diaspora that want to come back home.
Yes, so
the only problem they have is
security,
safety.
If I come now, SARS might shoot me.
Yeah, you know.
If I come now, police will harass me. If I come now, government will harass me. Custom will tell me that why did I bring this TV? Why did I bring this one? Why did I bring that one? I think our national anthem should change. Yes, I think there's a new national. Like we should not be making a rise or compassion till the government will do something. I think our new national anthem should be down this country now. Wow. Wow. Angry man don't kill you. I think that should just be our national anthem. No, this country now. Wow. So I think that should be our new national anthem because this country now really now. Wow.
I think it's going to get better.
Yeah, it's going to get better.
Top 5 comedians of all time.
I'll mention 5. It has to be 10.
Okay, let me change it. Top 5 Nigerian comedians.
Down. Top 5 Nigerian comedians
of all time.
Alibaba, anytime, any day. I was in London with Alibaba.
Wait, before you break the Alibaba, what is it with that guy? I don't understand.
That guy.
I've never heard anybody speak ill of Alibaba.
You people don't know that guy. People are just looking at him like he's that guy. I don't know why it's a comedian I cannot go up stage after. Alibaba, we did a show in London. Then we went to Milton Keynes to do a show. I performed. I killed the show. But I realized myself, no comedian can. What I did. I killed the show. Alibaba ended the show. Hey, I made us feel like we did intro. We felt like we did intro. Like Baba killed the show. Over 45 minutes. Baba was just saying jokes. It wasn't even saying jokes. It was just treating issues. Talking about Alibaba for one. Basketball.
For Alibaba, before you go to basketball,
yes,
for Alibaba, apart from being a funny person, as a profession, I think there is something about his personality.
Yeah.
That so many of you guys actually respect him so much. And I think you should go for president.
Yeah.
I think Alibaba should go for
Alibaba is, I don't know, Alibaba politics is the kind of politics I want to do. When I'm in between. He comes for the government. He hails them when they are doing well, and he comes for them, and he's still doing well. You understand that kind of thing? He's not just showing that he's the king of comedy in Nigeria. He has shown that he's the father of comedy in Nigeria. There is no upcoming comedian that Ali doesn't know, that Ali doesn't call and say, "Do it this way, do it like this." Ali has written TV shows for comedians. Ali has written jokes for people. For there are some jokes that people say now that even senior colleagues say that I don't know about said in the 90s. You understand? I don't know about us even doing like, come on, we are family. So Ali is like a father. I think if Ali is rice, I would have said Ali is our father. Ali, I'm proud of you, man. Come on, I got you anytime.
Okay, let's go to Basket Mouth.
Basket Mouth has taken the comedy industry, Nigerian comedy industry, to a place where people are now seeing that, we have what it takes to compete with the likes of Trevor Noah, the likes of Kevin Hart, with the likes of Jamie Foxx and stuff like that. What he's doing right now, he was on tour with Russell Peters, forming for Pure White, and he did a comedy festival where he's been doing a comedy festival for a long time. But people, he just didn't name it as comedy festival. A lot of the way he brings international comedians. Now, some people do not know that what Basket Mouth is trying to do is doing a show at the same time doing a seminar for comedians. So he brings these comedians from outside the country to Nigeria to perform. While others are laughing, comedians are learning. And see what it takes to leave your comfort zone, to leave your country, to come to another country to perform. Yeah. So when we go to their place, we know what to say. You understand? So he is doing a show and a seminar for comedians. That's why a show will always be filled with comedians, entrepreneurs. People want to learn from other comedians. So Basket Mouth is it for me. Right now he's doing a lot. He's doing series. He just dropped an album. Like the only thing with that guy, I never see what that guy just do now, sell Bitcoin, because I think that guy is doing everything right now, and I feel like he's helping us change the comedy industry. We are getting better. Number three is AY. The reason why I would choose AY is because
wait. Are you giving me a list of the funny ones, or you're just giving me your personal reference?
I live about funny
because AY is not in number 3.
Let me tell you why AY is number 3.
Okay.
My top, because AY is not AY. You can be funny and popular, but what the ends of being funny and popular and not understanding the business.
Okay.
That's why AY will be number 3 for me, because AY, he understands the business.
100.
Your song can be trending and you're not making any money from mainstream. So AY brought AY saw that, okay, I may not have the strength to do 1 hour, but I will give birth to comedians that will do 5 hours. You understand? That was what AY did. Brought everybody. And AY is a very good host. AY is a very funny good
AY
host.
is actually funny, but just that there are other comedians.
Yeah, there are other comedians. Yeah. So I chose Alibaba because Alibaba is funny. I chose Basketball because Alibaba is funny and he's the father of comedy. Basketball is funny and he's trying to change the comedy industry. AY is funny and trying to make you understand that there is a way you can make money in this comedy business. You understand? My number four is which did I put as number 4? This list is kind of shaky because the way I was supposed to put at number 4 is actually a senior colleague to number 2 and number 3, and is a good guy. Somebody who has not changed his style. He will not try to speak English because he wants to impress you.
Yeah.
He's staying to his true style, true craft. Like I'll be a good guy, I'll be worry boy. I go talk what I want to talk. You understand? I go talk. I'm not saying anybody. I go talk what I want to talk.
There was one event. I think Benga, you were there. I think we did one of those Pepsi's events back in the days that we did somewhere that we were all at the backstage. We were at the backstage, and Agudai was sitting down. So all the other comedians were standing around him. He was the only one sitting down. Were you there? One night, I think it was one of those Cecil's events. Then he said something. You know, make everybody gather like this, plenty, but all of them are comedians. He was the only one sitting down. He just said something, all of them just scatter. Now, only God knows what he said to them, but everybody just scattered. They were laughing, holding their belly. I'm like,
that's a good day for you. It's natural.
How come they?
Okay. So Agudai is natural. If you want to know about if you're a comedian outside Nigeria and you want to know the funny side of Nigeria, speak to Agudai. He will tell you.
He's a
fantastic guy. And number 5 is a storyteller that I love so much. When this guy tells you a story, you want to listen to the end. His name is Oke Bakassi. Oke Bakassi is a storyteller. Oke Bakassi is like our Dave Chappelle. Oke is bros. Oke is legendary. If you want to know,
I knew Oke as a comedian even before Bright.
Yeah,
like back in the days, those guys. Oke has been always killing it.
So this list might not be accordingly. But I'm just telling you, not just about funny. It's about the things that they do. The things. So it's top notch for me. But when it comes to international, number 1 for me will always be Kevin Hart because I love Kevin Hart. I like his storytelling. Calm down. Don't worry. I will tell you. I like his storytelling. Kevin Hart is like the AY.
Okay.
Yes. He understands. But everybody want to make money. You understand? Is the Kevin Hart? He understands the business. You understand what it takes to actually. I need to put some priorities right. I like his team. I saw the special laugh at my pain. Dope. Then I saw Let Me Explain. The graphics. Imagine Kevin Hart is a hardworking guy. He knows, like, he wants to.
You can't take that from him.
You can't take that from me. Then, like I said, this list is not accordingly. I want to move top 5. I just say my 5 comedians. Then number 2 is my mentor. This guy is one of the most. I think he's one of the most underrated acts in America. His name is Jamie Foxx. Okay. Jamie Foxx is one of the kings of music comedy.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, he's one of the kings of music comedy. One of the kings of music because he can sing, he can act, he can do everything. So he can look at you. He can make. I'm sure I'm going to use the F word here, but you know what it is. So imagine somebody telling you "fuck you," but Jamie Foxx is telling you "fuck you," fuck you. Fuck you. You know what So it makes. You know, like somebody saying you the mad. You mad, you feel insulted. When somebody say, I just wanna let you know you the mad, you That's what I do. So I think if you want to count them, you count from number 5 to number 1. The way I'm doing it. My third person is Chris Rock. Chris Rock is a fantastic storyteller. He deals with current affairs. He talks about things that are intelligent. You enjoy him. He's mad. I love Chris Rock. I'm already saving the best for the last.
I'm waiting for your best though. I'm waiting for it.
Number 4 will be, I think I'll put Mitchell Wolf. She's one female comedian that I respect so much. Like, I like her delivery. I like the fact that she doesn't give a F about. She just say the thing. Number 5.
Do you know Miss Pat?
Miss Pat? No, I've not heard of Miss Pat.
You should check out.
I'll check her out. Then, number 5 is the GOAT. The greatest of all time, Dave Chappelle.
I know.
The greatest of all time.
Dave is like my
Dave Chappelle.
I want to listen to.
You know the fact that he took a break and came back, like you can tell that this guy, when the guy did not take a break. When you guys did not sing, Baba was working, Baba was doing this, I was studying. Okay, this is what they need. I need to talk about this. Nobody's saying this. I need to say
it. As big as that guy is, he still pops up in all these little comedy clubs.
That's it.
They don't invite him.
He will just go.
He will just walk in, on the normal regular evening. I just using it to brush up all the time. People just say, surprise guest Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, so
dude, even inside this COVID, dude is doing shows.
Now
he's doing backyard shows.
Yes, now in Ohio.
In Ohio, he's doing backyard shows.
But I need to give you 5 comedians you need to watch out for in Nigeria. Yes.
Yeah, I would love.
There's a guy called Forever. God, that guy is funny. Like, these are the comedians that can compete with American comedians. Crack jokes in pure English. His name is Forever.
Okay.
There's another guy called Damola.
Okay.
He says Damola is my name. This guy will tell you everything you need to know about the West, and you will laugh. There's a guy called Aproko. Looking at this guy, you will die of laughter. He explains his story. He just tells you about his face. And you just need to watch out for that guy. There's a guy called Sako. Now, Sako is a comedian, but right now I think he's an MC. It's like Sako is our Martin Lawrence.
Oh yeah?
Yes, he's an MC with a good sense of humor. You understand? So then my number 5, which is my guy.
You said Sako, Abi?
Sako. There's a guy called Ovi Godwin.
Oh yeah?
This guy can compete with the likes of Chris Rock. Trust me, these guys are killing it back to back.
Nice. That brings me to this question. There was a time was it you that told me, or somebody told me that you were trying to create like a platform for up and coming comedians.
Yes.
That you wanted to bring up new boys. What happened to that plan?
Yes. I might offend my senior colleagues by saying this, but I'm on broadcast. I'm getting old. I don't say somebody else will say.
Over 2 minutes.
I'm getting old. I'm over. The grandpa. What I mean, I'm getting old. Like, it's been over 10 years in this industry, and with my research, I feel that there's something we are losing. Right now, we have more comedians than jokes. Like, comedians than jokes.
Okay.
Like, comedians are plenty, but most of them don't even have their own jokes. The ones that have their own jokes are scared of saying them because they are scared that one senior colleague will hear it and perform it on a big platform. Now, if a young comedian comes here and perform this joke here, he needs to perform that joke many times to own it. That's the challenge you are facing. You need to perform that. So, if I am Kenny Blaq, who can I use? A guy called Phronesis performs a joke, and I like that joke. He performed the joke at BLVD. That's for Phronesis, and I was there. I heard the joke. Good, now it makes sense. Oh, wonderful. If I perform that joke at the experience, automatically that joke is mine.
Yeah.
According to the audience, that joke is mine. So people don't really, and their risk. Me, for one, I take big risk performing a new joke on a big platform because there's no place to test them. You understand? Which brings me to a comedy. We don't really have a comedy club here.
Oh, yes.
What we have here is a bar. People will just come and drink, hoping that the comedian will entertain them. Not people coming for a comedy show, hoping that yes, I should get a drink. You understand that kind of thing. So that is what we need. We need a platform where we can give comedians opportunity to express themselves.
Okay.
We are not coming there to hear the best of the best joke. We are coming there to listen to a working process. We are coming there to listen to some jokes that you might be the one to hear for the first time. You understand? So if a comedian comes here and tells the joke, so that we want to do, and at the same time to encourage them, but then to do like a competition. So whereby every of the comedy club, there is always a winner who is going on with something. So because Nigerians, we like competition. But we know that if you have 10,000 followers, and you're uploading your content, then people will follow you. But if I have 2K followers and I'm doing giveaway, forget. My conversation is filled up. You understand? But people need encouragement. People need to be able to own their DVD and go home and watch. Oh, they didn't laugh here. There might be something wrong. So we need a platform, a place where we can have a comedy club, even if it's once a week, twice a month, where comedians will come and where senior colleagues will come and sit down, not to steal jokes, but to sit down and discover the best. Oh, guy, you are really good. If I want to do a show in a cool hotel and I'm looking for a fresh kid on the block, I should go to a comedy club and pick that person. If I want to sign a comedian, I should go to a comedy club where people go for industry nights.
Come on, Kenny, you have a space here, you know.
Yeah, well, thank you. You don't want to tell us you have the space. The moment I came here, I already said this is our space.
You have all you need, so let's do it. I'm down. If you champion it, we have everything you need. Yeah, man. Let's I can't wait. I think it would be nice to discover new talent. You've been in decade now, so yes, my stomach is coming out. People are calling me chief.
Once I start comedy call, I'll fire Prince first. So sorry, Prince. Prince is our editor. So is our guy. So we need to have people that understand what the comedy industry is all about. What are they doing abroad that we are not doing here? Because we need that to be able to compete with them.
I've been to several comedy clubs in LA and in New York too. You know, you can just walk in Friday evening, get your drink, but there's always a comedian. A couple of comedians that will be. They have ballroom, they have big rooms. So you can go into.
So you know that way I'm going there. Not like I'm going there to buy a drink, hoping that one comedian will come. Understand? So that way you are paying comedians to be able to do their own specials. You understand?
Oh, nice.
So because comedians need to be able to rehearse their materials back to back. Now that they cannot even take their materials on tour, they need to tour different comedy clubs, not just a comedy club on the island, comedy club in different places where people can come to and say, okay, who is this new guy? A basketball can say, who is this new guy trending? Oh, where can I watch him? He's performing at the comedy club at BLVD tonight. Okay, I need to go watch it. And the basketball can just sneak him because when the senior colleague is there, the other ones want to impress. So they're just there and see, okay, this guy is good, and give advice. Oh, we are here, BLVD, our comedy club. We are going to.
Where we go? Top 5 Nigerian musician.
Top 5 Nigerian. Number 1, Jobless. The truth though, because I want American visa. So, but my top 5. Number 1 will always be Two-Face. Two-Face, they evergreen. About natural.
Is
I've seen his live performance. No, personal. Because of is someone who his voice is not different. No matter the auto tune, it's not different from what you hear on stage. There's difference between a singer and a performer. Some people can sing their song but cannot perform it, and that what makes a musician perform your song, like own it. I think Two-Face does it for me. Number 2 is this sister who I love so much. Asha perform. Asha will sing a Yoruba song in France, and people will, they don't even want to understand what she's singing. But she's not trying to be Taylor Swift. She's not trying to be any other person.
Yeah.
She's just trying to be Asha. I think number 4.
3.
Okay, number three for me. I need to mix it. Number 3 for me is Johnny Drew. I like Johnny Drew because that guy needs to. When he started, I felt like, okay, what's this happening? What's happening? When we started mixing pidgin, yeah, oh my beautiful love. I was like, John Boy sing pidgin. Until I saw Johnny Drew, I'm like, whoa. I'm trying to mix it to that because I listen as a music comedy. I listen to different genre of music, so I'll pick Johnny Drew as number 3. Number 4, see, I cannot pick between Wizkid and Davido because they are my guys.
So you make fun.
They are my guys. So they are my guys. So that number 4 now, both of them we share it. So Wizkid and 3 of them, Wizkid, David, and Burna. 3 of you are the best, baddest. I love baddest. Everything will be. Yeah, Wizzy. Yeah, Burna makes sense. Then number 5, Abba. Nobody can sing like Wande Cool. Like, I think if you listen to one Wande Cool album, they are all classic. Like, I can't wait for a song with Wande Cool and Chris Brown.
Do you think I don't mean to disrespect anybody, but do you think Wizkid has actually surpassed every other Nigerian artist when it comes to records and credentials?
Wizkid, you are watching this. You don't say you get pride, though. Yeah, you don't say you get pride. You don't say my guy. I'll tell you, I love you, but we need more. Like I see that you do a lot, but you know, we miss the. Me personally, I miss the All Out Your Boy vibe. I miss all those kind of group. This album is dope. This album, yes, I understand. This album is dope. But I feel like this kid doesn't promote himself enough. Like, you know, there's a level to where you are blown. You understand? You might not need, but we see how hard Davido works. Understand? We see how hard Wizkid works. But I feel like Wizkid should come out more. Wizkid is too inside. You know, why you be?
Because he's not in Nigeria as you used to. But
I mean, communicating inside the fine.
I think breaking that global market is important for the brand. So I think he's concentrating more on that. But sincerely, I don't mean to disrespect everybody, but I think that guy has achieved more than any other Nigerian artist.
Yeah.
So far, right?
Yeah. So yes, and I like what him and David are doing. You know, carrying the younger ones. He did a show at the O2. Carried Oxlade, took Fireboy, as in you can tell that. Oh,
I came to your show at you too.
Oh yeah. I remember. So I remember when Wizkid saw me. I said, "I'm a fan." So it shows that you can't really judge people from afar. You have to be close to them to understand how they feel. You're like, okay, Wizkid is the fan, but it doesn't change the fact that I want Wizkid to, you know, forget that you want to be global, but you need to, you know. You understand? You know, come home and you know, mingle. Like, everybody to their priorities and how they want to set their achievement and the things that they want to do. But Wizkid, see me, let me see what I can do for you.
Wow. Okay. So what's next for Kenny Blaq? What should we be expecting?
Yeah, my special is coming out. It's called In My Room. The guy already did this better than life because I don't say it don't start.
On what platform?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
We don't know what platform it's going to be.
When did you record? Before COVID or during COVID or post?
During COVID, though. Okay. You know that then they said we could do event for with 50 people as long as there's social distance.
Okay.
It was a tough special for me because I was supposed to go through the materials over and over again. I did the test shoot, but you know, I just saw something that said creatives. Don't wait for something to be perfect before you actually
put it out. Yeah.
As you are waiting, somebody else is planning to release it the following day. I just said, you know what? Let's just shoot this special. We had challenges, you know. I wanted to get the venue for like days so I can rehearse the special with the light guy, with the sound guy. Well, I didn't get the venue until the day before.
Where did you shoot?
Ikeja, Majestic Studios.
Oh, okay.
So we shot, we set up. So after setting up, they were too tired to try to sound check because they're trying to make sure that we do everything in one day. So the following day, sound check and everything, there was not too much time to really run through with the light guys. But because I've been working with them for a long time, they actually know what I want. So we just
I'm sure
it's not my best special yet. It's not my best.
Your first major special.
Yes, my first major special.
Oh.
But it's not my best special yet, but it's something that you will watch and be proud of the brand Kenny Blaq. We hope that maybe Netflix will just see it and say, Kenny, come. But we hope that maybe YouTube can just call us and say, Kenny Blaq, we want to buy this special. With Amazon, anybody that we want to.
I mean, even if they don't say it, we can get it to their face. We can push it to them.
I just bought piggy bank now.
Tell us your social media handle.
Okay, Kenny Blaq MCFR, Kenny BLAQ MCFR _ is my Instagram. Mark, I want to call you. Next week I'll be celebrating 1.2 million followers again. See, people they follow me every day. I know they see
me. Let me tell you a story. When people follow me, it subtracts. It doesn't count for
me. From 1.3 they brought me back to 1.2. I think they should be able to tell me what's going on. For almost 1 year now, 1.2.
If I have 3 followers now, right? And I'm like, let me say I'm like 133 followers, and I have only 3. Instead of going back to 136, I'll go back to 130. Like he's counting backwards. I
don't know. We'll go back to go if you would followers or Badu or SK.
I don't even want to talk about. I don't even want to talk about those.
So Twitter is Kenny Blaq, Kenny BLAQ MCFR. Facebook Kenny Blaq, Kenny BLAQ MCFR. YouTube it's Kenny Blaq, Kenny BLAQ. Thank you to the amazing over 200,000 followers on YouTube. Thank you very much. Keep subscribing. Content are coming. Kenny Blaq is doing a freestyle something, rising some things with my band, and I'm actually going to be dropping a song on Valentine's Day. It's called Senior BC, and I want to say thank you to Jabless for giving us his camera to shoot this don't forget. I want to thank him for giving us the camera to shoot Senior BC. Would you not say the ones that you give us? It's please that shooting it. So please,
anyone in the studio will give you a special one.
So you see, when I say that with their father, it's their father to everybody. But I want to say thank you to Jabless for not just for me, but for what you've done. I learned something from you. I learned to carry people along when I'm here, not when I'm back here. Understand? When you were in Ejigbo and things were going the way it was going, you carried everybody along for rap. Now, I remember Isolate came to the studio.
Yeah.
And there was this controversy of you sound like Naija, you don't sound like Naija, and it was expecting you to be pissed. And you said, Papa, come walk. Understand? Come on, walk. Stuff like that. And you encourage a lot of people, Johnny P, Akimamba, everybody. And it's not because you are Jabless, it's because this is who you are. And to every young person out there, talent is not enough. So wherever you are before you become a celebrity is who you will be, even when you become a celebrity. And when you hand over, because celebrity is just like a presidential, you're like a presidential candidate. One day you are hand over to the next person. So people will remember you for the things that you've done. So Jabless, thank you so much for everything, for carrying people along and for not forgetting. I was in your house. I cannot tell the people where you stay. But I was in your house in America, and you welcomed me, and I saw the hunger for entertainment is still there. I don't know why I was at your album launch. I will never forget. Abel's Cafe. I was at your album launch. I'm saying that Jabless is my cousin. It's my uncle. They say, see him now. And Jabless doesn't even say, I've been better. They say, so this guy is a call. He's turning So thank you, Jabless. But not just for anything, but for the cameras too.
Okay, I think that's a good note to start. To stop.
I thank you for your space for the comedy club. Talent will come out of this place.
I'm serious about that comedy.
Yes, so let's do it.
Okay, I think we've done 2 hours, no more than.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
My name is Jobless. Oh yeah, package. Oh, my name is Jobless. Oh yeah, package. Oh, my name is Jobless.